Hello, how you going? It's me, it's Steph. I am not a very organised person at the moment. Sometimes I'm really organised, sometimes I'm not. Anyway, today I'm going to film everything that I made in 2022. Other YouTubers are way more prepared than I am and usually have recorded and released this video in like the first week of the new year. But you know what? I'm a little bit behind. So I'm just gonna do it now. And it doesn't really matter that it's not the new year. Strap yourselves in because it's gonna be a wild ride. Here's everything I made in 2022. Let me put my plant in just for vibes. So the first thing I made was this dress, which is a cotton little short dress with a bit of a ruffle. The pattern is something that I just kind of made up. I used the bodice pattern from a sleeve pattern that I have, which is kind of just like a standard bodice, and the inspirations from this picture that I saw on Instagram, which I think was for an ad for a kind of dress. Fabric is from my friend Jenny. Hi Jen! She used to run a quilting fabric store. So they are both Michael Miller fabrics, I believe. This one has a little cute bit on the selvage, disco dot. And I like how just this back panel has a bit of a surprise. I still have stacks of this material, pink and orange. Not stacks, I still have about half a meter. Benny was doing a clear out sale, so I bought a meter of the pink and a meter of the pink and orange. And that's all I needed to make this ruffly dress. And one more thing to say about it, I started it on New Year's Eve of 2021, hoping that I would have it ready to wear it that night for New Year's Eve, but I didn't get it ready in time. So I finished it off on New Year's Day when I went to catch up with a friend who lives in London, who I see now once a year when she visits Australia. Hello Neha! I let my hands in the shot. I'm going to take these off so that you can see my eyes a little bit better, but even though now I can't see the camera when I'm over there because I'm blind. Next thing I made was this long, flowy, lovely dress. I had this pattern and this fabric for a little while when I finally made it. It is a Vogue pattern, I believe. I will insert B-roll here. Thanks, editing staff. The material is a crepe georgette from the Remnant Warehouse. I bought stacks of this and I thought it was going to be way more challenging to sew, but it was actually really a dream to sew. I've sewn some things in silk before which were very tricky because the silk is so slippery. This crepe is really kind of grippy, so it's actually kind of easy to sew. But yeah, that's right, it has pockets. And I've worn this a couple of times to a couple of different weddings, which was really fun. So I'm going to insert a picture of us going to a wedding in March, which is where we got COVID. Hooray! And then I wore it again to another friend's wedding, which you can also have a look at in my Melbourne vlog, which I will link up the top. I absolutely love this fabric and I have, I think, at least another meter or 2 meters of it, and I'm hopefully going to make some nice pull-up set of pants. So stay tuned for that. The next thing I made last year, I think I made this in about March or April, is my puff sleeve vegetable wraparound top, which is probably my most favorite thing I've ever made in my life. I'm just going to put it on right now. I don't have a lot of confidence when it comes to drafting my own patterns, so this was a real step for me in going into that self-drafting world and making up a pattern based on a garment that I already own. You can see me struggling. There's still some adjustments that I need to make, but I saw this fabric. This fabric is from Spotlight. It's a quilting fabric. I kind of love making garments out of quilting fabrics just because it's so fun and quirky. The only thing with this top is that it gapes a little bit around the bust, so I need to actually put it in my pile for things that need adjusting. But this top I based on this dress from Country Road, which is a wraparound dress made of this lovely striped linen. I love this dress. This dress just is an easy way to have a kind of very polished, put together look. And I thought that maybe this fabric being kind of funny in a kind of cute but semi-serious sort of top. Yeah, so that's my vegetable top. And then I think that's a great segue. The next thing I made last year was this skirt that I'm wearing today. I think I bought this fabric actually to make some pants with, but I decided just to make a quick skirt because I needed a quick skirt because my ass expanded and nothing fit. But it is just a copy from this really cheap but very handy cotton on skirt that I bought probably 8 or 9 years ago for about $10, and I wear it all the time. It's kind of falling apart, so I decided that I needed something to replace it with. I still have stacks of this fabric left as well, so I'm gonna maybe make some pants coming into autumn soon. And I'll show you the process if you guys wanna see it. If you wanna see it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's very easy. You just gotta like click the thingy. Very easy, just a front and a back piece with some elastic inserted into the waistband. It's definitely not my finest work. It is dodgy as hell, but when you have a patterned fabric, you can get away with murder because no one can really see your mistakes. What's next? A bit of a mind blank. I can't remember what was next. Jersey dress. Next thing I made was this jersey dress. I love this dress. I made this because we were about to go on holiday to New Zealand in winter, and New Zealand in winter is very cold. And as I mentioned earlier, my ass has expanded lately, so none of my clothes fit, and I wanted something stretchy and comfortable to wear on the plane and when we had the long drives and stuff, but still look cute. I based this dress on another dress that I made from another dress. I'll get those dresses so I can show you. So this dress was based on this dress, which was the first ever thing I've made copying from an existing garment, which was inspired by my friend Lauren. Hi Lauren! She came over one day to do some sewing and she just started cutting out fabric and just putting it together. And I was like, whoa dude, what are you doing? This is hectic, like aren't you gonna use a pattern? And anyway, she inspired me. So I made this dress from this dress. Too much walking around, which is another cheapy cotton on knit dress. Cotton on, what a bargain. Which was literally $10, and I've worn the absolute bejesus out of this dress because it's so comfy and it fits me so well. And the booty looks very nice. So it's falling apart. It's just really old. I need to retire this dress, but I can't let it go because it's such a good pattern base for other dresses, you know? I made this dress and then I based this dress on this dress. Dressception. And then I used my pattern, pretty sure I used my pattern, sleeve pattern. Trusty sleeve pattern. I got a sleeve pattern from somewhere and I just made it extra long because I wanted it to feel really nice and cozy. But the only thing is that as you wear it throughout the day, it kind of slips up and then you don't look as cool because it's not like cozy around your hands. So then I added some little finger loops so that I could keep the fabric down by my hands. I thought that I did a really good job on this dress. And it totally fits the bill. It's so comfy, but it looks chic. I think it looks chic. Anyway, that was that dress. So that gets us to about July, halfway through the year. And then things started to get really hectic in my life, so I didn't have as much time for sewing, which was bad. And in the last couple of months, I've prioritized creating for enjoyment over validation, which has been an interesting journey. But now I think I've found a good happy medium where I feel like I can create and sew and also share it with you guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. It means a lot to me. And yeah, thanks for being here. This is really great. What's next? So the next thing I made last year was this little crop top, which I'm obsessed with, and I wish I had more opportunities to wear it, but it's not always appropriate to wear to work, so that's a shame. I made this with the intention of making pants to match, which are somewhere. They're here. I made these pants, I started making these pants at least, to match this top, so I could have a cute little set. And I made the pants a size 8, I think, or a size 10, because that's the size that I usually am. And as I've mentioned a couple of times already in this video, girl got booty. She got a little bit more booty right now. Everything was going well with the pants. Everything was looking fresh. And it got to putting the waistband on. And as you're about to witness, they don't quite fit. That was a spooky voice. They don't quite fit. They're meant to be super duper duper high-waisted. And they're meant to like fold over on the front. They're meant to be like this really cute little setup. But as you can see, they are very tight around the waist. So I just never finished them. And I'm thinking I'm gonna turn them into some sort of kind of fold over, mold over situation. But I'm just not 100% on them. I'm really not 100% on them. Also, the way that I managed to line up this checkered pattern just is really not flattering, so who knows what I'm going to do with these pants. I might just have to take them apart and cut them into a different pattern because they're just not working right now. And I would really love to wear this as a set, but I'm just going to have to face the facts that it's just not going to work. Which is really annoying because I thought it was going to be really fun. Anyway, moving on. It's too warm to be wearing wool. While we're on the topic of failed / unfinished projects, it's now the end of February. By the time this video comes out, it's going to be March, I think. And that means that summer in Australia is going to be well and truly over. But I started making this crochet bikini, which was, I started after spending a lot of time crocheting for my friend's wedding because she was getting married. And it was a Jewish wedding and all the men needed to wear a kippah, a yarmulke. So a bunch of us all kind of chipped in and crocheted a bunch of yarmulkes for the guys to wear. And after that I was like, yes, I want to keep crocheting. And I made this top. And I've started making the bottoms. I don't know where they are, they're somewhere. They're unfinished as well. So I haven't wrapped this up. It looks okay on camera. In real life, it's a little bit pointy on the nips. It's a little bit Madonna, circa 1980, whatever. Seeing it in the viewfinder just now, it actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe I will be inspired to finish it. But I just don't have enough time right now because uni just started. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, moving on. So this next dress that I made is from a pattern. It is from a McCall's pattern. McCall's? Simplicity? I don't know. It's from a pattern. I'll insert it here. It is a wrap dress in a great color palette that I love. It was inspired by another dress that I own, which I will put in some B-roll here. Thank you, editing Steph. Again, she's great. Golf clap. I just wanted to have a comfortable, easy dress to just kind of throw on in the afternoon and lounge around the house in. But apparently, according to many people that I know, it looks like a really sophisticated, expensive dress, which is surprising to me because the fabric was, I don't know, less than half price and cost me about $20. So yeah, for me, I'm just like, because I know how much this dress didn't cost, like it didn't cost that much money to buy the fabric and make it. I kind of have this idea in my head that it's not that expensive, but apparently it looks very nice. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. It was an absolute pain to sew because this fabric is a Georgette silk. No, I don't know. Is it a Georgette? I think it's a Georgette. It's slippery as fuck, and so it was a real challenge to sew. It's really fun. It's a bit warm though because it's 100% polyester, obviously. But I have really enjoyed wearing it, and every time I wear it, I get a bunch of comments on it. So that keeps me happy. This is the last thing I made for the year and I love it. It is probably the nicest thing I've ever made for myself. Apart from, I don't know, I've made some really nice things, but in terms of an everyday garment that I can wear to work or the weekends, out to dinner, it serves so many purposes. It serves, it's in McCall's pattern, I believe it's called Sasha. And I made it in this amazing fabric from Spotlight. It was fabric that was on the clearance rack, as was the fabric for my vegetable top. I think it's also a quilting fabric because it was only 110 wide. Same with the vegetable fabric. At my local Spotlight, there is a very well placed clearance rack of fabrics that just is a trap. And it's a trap that's got me at least twice, and it's bound to get me again in the future. I love this dress. It fits me really well because, of course it does, because I made it for myself. The only thing I don't like about the pattern is this top button, which I think is just in a really gross position. I am silly and I stitched and cut the buttonhole before I'd actually tried the whole thing on once it was finished. And if I had done that, I probably would have left this off because when it's done up, it just looks really awkward, as you can see. And it just makes this dress look a little too conservative, whereas I like things to be kind of like quirky but cute but sassy. So that is that guy. And this is another dress that whenever I wear it, I get stacks of comments. And yeah, I love it. Oh, I've made other things as well, but they're not ironed. So can I be bothered to iron them? I don't think so. I'm just going to show them to you anyway. If you have been watching my channel, thank you. You also would know about this dress. This dress is the dress that I sewed from memory. I actually found a picture of it, guys. I found a photo. It's not a very good photo, but if I remember to insert it / find it. This is the original dress that this dress is based on. It is illegally short and I need to fix that. So this is also going to go on my pile of things I need to fix, along with my vegetable top and my bedsheet dress, the white dress that I recently made, which you can watch the video for. I always forget which corner it is. I'm looking at the screen. Comes up in that corner. I also need to fix the white bedsheet dress that I made recently, which you can watch up here. Thank you very much. You can also watch a video on how I made this dress up here too. There's lots of nice fun things in there if you like it. Remember to subscribe. This is a pink cotton linen. It's kind of linen-y. It's very short and I need to add, I think I'm going to add like a little ruffle or something just along the edge because yeah, it's too short and it's just stupid really. And then I also made these little shorts. These shorts are Gracie Steele's Foxy Boxies, which is my first time ever making an indie pattern, which you might find surprising, but I'm kind of like, I think it's because for so long I've only really sewn the major brand patterns. Like I've sewn, but I'm just so familiar with that process that for me shifting to a different process of printing and determining sizing based on a different system and sort of going on through instructions that are not super familiar to me is actually a bit of a challenge for my brain. So yeah, I just decided to start small. This pattern was very easy and quick to sew. It's shirting material from the Remnant Warehouse. I bought 6 meters of this during lockdown a couple of years ago and I made a big ruffle dress and I'm gonna go put it on so you can see the full effect. This is my ruffle dress that I made a couple of years ago and I love this dress. This dress I based on a pattern. No, it's not from a pattern. It's inspired by a dress from the brand Age, which I believe is how you pronounce it, even though to me it looks like Age. But I ain't gonna pay $400 for a dress I can make myself. that's silly. So I bought a bunch of shirting fabric from the Remnant Warehouse, as I said, in orange stripe, and I made it up. I used a shirt pattern that I have for the main shape of upper bits, and then I just added a bunch of tiers and a bunch of length, and I gathered them all and I stitched them on. And then I used my sleeve pattern, my vintage sleeve pattern, for the sleeves, which are a little tight across the shoulders because she's buff, but otherwise this dress is great and it twirls really well. But the issue is, when you twirl, you kind of flash the world, which is not very good. So I decided I'm just going to make some little bloomers to wear underneath, and since Grace released her pattern and she made this exact pair of shorts in the same material, I was like, hey, I'm going to twin with you, is that cool? And she was like, yeah, expect nothing less. So that's what I did, and now I can wear this dress on a windy day without fear of everyone seeing my ass. Not that I'm concerned about people seeing my ass, because it's a lovely bum, but other people apparently don't like public nudity, so. And I only wear G-strings, so, or thong. Anyway, so I need to record more B-roll. Yeah, so far this year I've only made that white dress from the bed sheet, but I'm going to make a top soon, and I'm going to make a bunch of tops soon actually. I've gone through a bit of a phase of making dresses, and now I'm going to make some tops, and eventually I'll make some bottoms to go with the tops so that I'm not getting around half naked. If you've enjoyed this video, I really appreciate you sticking around to watch it. If you need some inspiration, or if you needed a sign to start sewing, then this is your sign. Go ahead and do it. Full disclosure, I have been sewing for, I think, 17, coming on 18 years. So if you're intimidated at all by the things that I'm making, don't be, because it's all just experience and you have to start somewhere. I, at some point this year, will do a video on everything I've ever made, sewn for myself, because I'm looking at the cupboard because there are some things in there that I made a long time ago that I still wear. I still have the very first dress that I mostly sewed myself. I think my mum put in the zipper because I couldn't do it. But I will take you through the full journey of everything I've ever made in my life, that I still have some of the things I don't have anymore, and yeah, it'll be fun. I never know how to wrap up a video. I have this plant outside and now it's all burnt and sad and I feel bad. That one. Anyway. Oh, that's my old wrap up. I've been me, you've been you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.